Hi guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm doing the second part of my DVD Blu-ray update for this year so far, and for this part I'm going to be doing the TV shows that I've picked up, so I'm just going to get straight into it. And starting off with the DVDs, TV shows on DVD that I've gotten. The first two are actually reacquisitions to the collection because I've decided that I really want to get this show back in my TV collection because it ended up getting sold off when I was doing a massive, I had to sell off a lot of my TV shows, so this one is one I want to get back in there. And that is Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1 and Season 2. I have seen this show and I do love it, but yeah, I sold it off and really regretted that decision, so it's now something that I'm going to be slowly working my way towards getting back in the collection. So I've got the first two seasons. It's not something that I'm going to be actively getting back in the collection, but every now and then if I see a season or so, I might pick it up and then build up the collection again. So that is Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1 and Season 2. And the next show that I have is one that I'm so happy finally got a DVD release because it's only available, I think you can get it on iTunes or it's on Netflix, like US Netflix, but the show is Gallivant, the complete series. It only lasted 2 seasons, so there's, I think, 18 episodes, and this show is just amazing and it was cancelled way too soon. It's definitely one of the shows that is, in terms of what's been cancelled over the last few years, this has been one of them, and I really wanted another season, but I suppose they should be grateful that we at least got Season 2, considering how Season 1 ended. But I just love this show. I love the songs. It's just, it's so self-aware, and it's amazing, and I want more seasons, but sadly there's not going to be more seasons, so I've got to be content with just rewatching the DVD. But yeah, for those who don't know, Gallivant is basically a medieval fantasy musical comedy, and it just plays on the tropes you find in that genre, and then it completely turns it on its head, and it's definitely a great show, and I highly recommend checking it out. So that was Gallivant, the complete collection. And then I got The Mentalist Season 6 because I'm slowly making my way through this show. I am up to Season 3, but I haven't, I watched the first disc of Season 3, but I haven't progressed very far with that, but I have been enjoying what I've seen, so I wanted to get the season, like the other seasons that I needed. So I've got Season 6, so I just need to pick up Season 7. But so far really enjoying it and looking forward to seeing where the show goes, because I've been I haven't been spoiled for this show, which is kind of surprising because it's been around for a while, and when did it end? It was a few years ago, I think, or a couple of years ago it finished, so so far I've managed to remain unspoiled, so looking forward to seeing what happens with the show when I do eventually pick it back up. So that's The Mentalist Season 6. And then I got Victoria Series 2. This is also the last of the DVDs that I've acquired recently. And I really enjoyed the first season of Victoria because the main reason that I wanted to watch it was because of Jenna Coleman, who of course was Clara in Doctor Who. So I really, I've mentioned before, I really do love historical dramas, and particularly ones relating to the Victorian era, because it's one of my favourite eras of history to study, and this show sort of starts off at the early years of Queen Victoria's reign, so sort of when she became queen, and also her relationship with Albert, and so I haven't seen any of Series 2 yet, so I'm looking forward to watching more of the show. So that's Victoria Series 2. And then on to the Blu-rays, TV shows that I've picked up on Blu-ray. So the first one is Sherlock Series 4. I'm surprised it took me this long to finally add Sherlock, like the most recent season of Sherlock, to the collection. I know this season was rather mixed, but I'm one of the people who enjoyed it, and I've been really feeling a Sherlock rewatch because it's been a while since I've sat down and rewatched from Series 1, which, because, like, you know, back when, like, we had that 2-year gap between Series 2 and Series 3, I'd be rewatching Series 1 and 2, like, over and over so many times, and, but now I haven't really gone back to the early season, like, series, so I'm thinking now that I've picked up Series 4, at some point I want to do a rewatch of, like, starting from Series 1, so, but, yeah, so that's Sherlock Series 4, and then the next, 5 shows, I had to get there for a sec, are all part of the DC TV universe. I thought, since I had most of the seasons, I would just go ahead and pick up the ones that I didn't have, because I thought, well, I've already got, like, Legends of Tomorrow, I've got the first couple of seasons of, like, these shows already, I may as well just get physical copies for the rest of them. So, like, I know they're on Netflix and streaming services, but I decided I've just rathered that I'm going to finish out collecting them. So, and yeah, so the ones that I didn't have in my collection were seasons 3 to 5 of Arrow. I'm so behind on Arrow. Like, I haven't watched any of this past season, so again, this is another show I want to rewatch and like get caught up on, because I have rewatched season 1 like back a couple of years ago, but I never continued on with a rewatch of it. So I think I'm going to go back to the start, rewatch season 1, and then go through the remaining seasons, because it's been like a while since I've seen the like the early seasons, and I've only ever seen the later seasons as they've aired on TV. So, but yeah, I got seasons 3 to 5 of Arrow, and then I also picked up season 3 of The Flash. Well, even though I'm doing a bit better on The Flash, because I'm like up to episode 7 of season 4, so I'm not as far behind, but I do need to get around to finishing up the rest of the season, because I've got the episodes, but yeah, it's I did pick up season 3 because I did actually like this season. Again, I know a lot of people had issues with it, because I think it's because it went rather dark this season, as opposed to like how, well, I suppose, well, season 2 probably couldn't really argue is like really lighthearted, but like the tone of season 1, I think that's sort of what people missed about the show. So, but yeah, I haven't seen the season since like I watched it, when did season 3 finish? It was last year, was it, that season 3 finished? Because I feel so, yeah, I'm getting them all, they're all blurring in together, so, but one thing I also did like about this season, now that I've remembered it, is also, Tom Felton, he was, well, he wasn't a series regular, but he sort of had a recurring role on the show. What was his character's name? Julian, I think that was his character's name in the show, but yeah, I really actually liked his addition to the like the team and that Event Link and that. So, but yeah, so I picked up The Flash season 3, and at some point I am going to be rewatching this. So I recently finished like I rewatched season 2 because I had the Blu-ray of that, but so I don't think I'm going to start from the start with the Flash, but just sort of refresh my memory with what happened in season 3. I know this season had the musical episode, which I actually liked, which I'm sure you're not surprised about, but yeah, so I'm going off track here, but anyway, I picked up The Flash Season 3, and then finally I picked up Supergirl Season 2, and Supergirl is the show I'm most behind on. The last episode I watched of Supergirl was the first part of the very first DC TV crossover one, so I'm like a season and a half behind a Supergirl, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to pick up Season 2, rewatch Season 1, and then go on from there. But yes, there's I've got a lot of catching up to do, but what I've seen of Supergirl I've actually really enjoyed, and I see GIFs and that on it all the time on Tumblr, and I'm like, I really need to catch up with the show, and I just haven't. So yeah, The Flash, well, I think out of them, getting caught up on The Flash and then probably Supergirl is my priority, but I do eventually want to get caught up on all the DC TV shows, but yeah, so that was Supergirl Season 2, and then these last two, well, like all of, I guess you can say is part of the one, like show, because one of it's the original 4 seasons, and then I picked up the spin-off, like reboot, reimagining that they tried to do with the show, and that is Heroes Seasons 1 to 4. I finally got this back in my collection because I originally sold it off because I wanted to get the Blu-ray, and I never got around to getting the Blu-ray until I ordered it at the end of last year, and it came in January, so that, and yeah, I need to finish, like, get caught up, well, and not get caught up, but I need to finish this show, because I always get up to Season 3, and then I never finish Season 4, so I still haven't seen Season 4, but I did want to watch, like, make my way through this, and then finally watch Heroes Reborn, because my initial plan had been, way back when this was first airing, had been to catch up on Heroes and then watch Reborn, but that never happened, so at some point I will be doing a Heroes rewatch, finish up the show, and then see what Heroes Reborn was like. I don't think Heroes Reborn got as many, like, good reviews, because I know it only lasted the like the 1 season, but I'm still curious to see how it, like, turned out. But yeah, but that's sort of everything that I've picked up since the beginning of the year. So I've got a lot of TV shows to make my way through, in addition to the bunch of TV shows that I've already got still to watch, but this should hopefully now tie me over through to Christmas, and then I can stock up during the Boxing Day sales and repeat the same cycle over again, but we'll see how I go. So I'm just going to stop it here, and thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!